Baseball is back.
The Stars clinch a playoff spot.
We'll talk about it after the whistle. Welcome to the Intermission Podcast, a Dallas sports podcast. I'm Fabian, that's Isaiah. And heck yeah. Welcome.
We've got some news.
Like I said, baseball is back. The Rangers season officially started this Thursday in Philadelphia against the Phillies. For the second season in a row, Nathan Eovaldi started opening day for us. Had a bit of a rough outing this go around. Ended up letting in 5 earned runs through 5 innings. Both coming off of home runs. A 2-run home run from from Schwarber, not Harper. Who hit the first home run? And then a 3-run home run from Alec Baum. I know that one. Unfortunately, he pitched pretty great for the rest of the game. It just got a runner on, and then that guy hit a home run, and just a couple of missed pitches that led to those runs being scored. Who hit that first home run?
Yeah, it's
Schwarber.
the guy you said.
Schwarber, not Harper. Schwarber hit the first home run, yeah. That one was in the first inning, so we started off pretty early being down in the game. And in that first inning, we got ourselves a couple of hits as well, and then we're silent for a little while. Got another hit, I think, in the 6th, and then didn't do too much until the 9th inning, where we had a little bit of a rally. We felt good for a second there.
It almost felt like the Rangers from last season.
Oh, well, no, definitely. I think our offense was a little rough to look at. I mean, it wasn't great. But again, we played a great, I say again because we talked about it a little bit off screen, but we played a great pitcher in Sanchez, so it's not like you can be too critical on the Rangers offense, and then it's the first game of the season. But yeah, definitely you want, especially that top of the lineup, to be better than what it was. We struck out as a team 11 times. That's not good. And then we only walked once. And again, it is a good pitcher, but that we faced for 6 of those innings, and then they had a couple good relievers come in. And then obviously did damage against the guy they put in the 9th before putting in their official closer. But 11 strikeouts on opening day is not what you want at all in any way, shape, or form. And again, that's to what ended up being 8 hits. So we got ourselves a couple of hits. 3 hits, 8 hits. We got ourselves a couple hits, but again, I think 4, if not 5 of those came in the 9th. So gotta get the bats going earlier. That's the thing I was trying to say. Definitely gotta get the bats going earlier, and definitely can't be striking out as much. I think it's clear, and it was sort of in the spring training, like we're trying to see more pitches, which means not swinging early in counts, but with the pitcher we were facing today, a lot of those early pitches ended up being strikes, so we were down in counts a lot. But our defense was still good. Yeah.
Yeah, not really much to criticize, like you said. Only one game out of the week, not the full series that happened, but I'd say maybe not that bad of a game defensively and pitching-wise.
No, I agree. And again, they had to put in their, because we sort of scared them in the 9th. We spooked them in the 9th. Got 2 runs with no outs, and then got a 3rd with 1 out. So they put in their ace closer, their star closer. So I mean, there's a game break, so they probably will be available for Saturday and Sunday if he's needed there as well. But, we had to bring out their star closer, which is, something. And of course, we'll see if we can win the series. Again, Evaldi, I mean, it's just those two bad little goes of it in the second and fifth, or the first and fifth inning. I mean, I guess the first is just tough. The first two batters, or the third and fourth batter. Yeah, it's the first two batters. I mean, Trey Turner and Kyle Schwarber, that's a player that always gets on base and a player that hits a lot of home runs. So it's just having to go against great players. And they made a statement early in the, in their first at-bats of the season.
Yeah, and not that bad, too. I mean, this is the first game starting for a long season, so, I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll happen a few times again the rest of the season, but I mean, it's only their first game.
I agree.
The first game back.
Yeah, official starting lineup was Brandon Nimmo in right field, Wyatt Langford in center field, Seager at shortstop, Berger at first base. McCutcheon was DHing because they started with a left-handed pitcher. Josh Young at third base, Josh Smith at second base, Danny Jansen at catcher, and Haggerty at left field. And then a couple people got pitch hit for. But yeah, that was our short starting lineup. Again, a lot of familiar faces from last season, a couple new ones, but I think the standout definitely of the game was Berger had 3 over 8 hits, got a hit in 3 of his 4 at bats. Was hit that home run in the ninth that sort of that got our first points on the board and sort of led into a pseudo rally. We got one more run after that and then like 3 more hits. So definitely the standout. Jake Berger had a good offensive game against good pitching, so hopefully he can be more of that this season than he was last season. Definitely.
Yeah, and then it definitely makes me feel a little like pretty good seeing these other scores for the MLB. At least we didn't get shut out or lose by 12.
Yeah, that's true. There were a couple of good pitchers that didn't make it out of like the first 3 innings. I mean, Skeens didn't even make it out of the first. There were a lot of runs put up in a lot of other games. So again, it's the first game of the season. People are still sort of shaking off the rust, pitchers and batters. So I think this was a good showing from both us and the Phillies. I think it was a good game overall. And
still pretty excited to see the rest of the Rangers.
Definitely. And I think we have a good chance to win the series. And again, I want to say we did make some good defensive plays. Obviously, that diving catch by Sam Haggerty in left field in the third or fourth that prevented a run, at least one run coming in. And then even that, I really liked I think it was to finish the first, or maybe it was in the second inning, but a ball that was hit to Jake Berger, the way he fielded it, and the nice toss he made to Evaldi, who covered the base well. It was just, good defense. I mean, I don't think we had, like, any errors. I guess the closest thing was that us or them, though? Yeah, I think there was a kind of not a great throw down to second when there was a steal attempt, but we backed that up and the guy stayed on second, not like he advanced to third. So, and then good base running by Higgy in the ninth to not get doubled up, and then he managed to make the third. But the main thing was he managed not to get doubled up. But it was also kind of bad defensive play on the Phillies' part, but you make them make a play, So
yeah, that was that same defensive error that happened to the Rangers, I think, right?
Was it?
I think so. Trying to throw it to base and just missed the catch.
No. That was a double play ball, but Hickey sort of The second baseman got in and wanted to tag him, but Higgy just sort of stopped, so he didn't run into the tag, didn't run into a force out on second, and so he didn't get tagged. Guy threw first was out, but Higgy was safe at second, and then the bounced off his helmet and he got to third. But it was just good base running. Hopefully we see more of that as well. Yeah. But this was I want to say a really quick game. At least it felt that way. There was a lot of innings on both sides where it was pretty much 3 up, 3 down, those first 5 innings. And then once they hit that 3-run homer, I don't know, they didn't really do too much else offensively. I guess Baumler, I don't know if that was the 8th or 9th inning. It was the 8th because they didn't hit in the bottom of the 9th. In the 8th inning, got in a little bit of a jam, but he got out of it. So, yeah. It was a good game. It's not a bad game. Obviously, you want to win the first game of the season, but it's not a bad game. If we can get our bats going up a little earlier in the game again, 8 hits isn't terrible. Jake Berger had a good game. I'm repeating myself, but I'm excited to see the rest of the series. I think we definitely have a chance to win the rest of the series. Saturday and Sunday. We got Jacob deGrom pitching and then Mackenzie Gore pitching on Sunday. So we'll see. I'm excited to see it. Yeah. Is that what we got?
Yeah, that's about all I got. I was going to ask if you saw any, maybe if the new coach this time had more of a presence in this game, but I feel like, what, you think they got to play a full series first to see?
Yeah, I want to see a little bit more. I think they pulled Eovaldi at the right time. Maybe give him like a mound visit earlier in that inning. But I don't know. It's sort of, especially with veterans, you just sort of let them control the situation themselves usually. So, yeah, I don't know. There's nothing really crazy. I think we pinch hit everyone correctly. Once they took out the lefty, put Jock Peterson to bat against the righty, and once they took out that righty and put in a lefty, they put in Higasioka to bat against the reliever lefty, and he got a hit. So I think they substituted correctly there. Same thing with I don't know about same thing with Josh Smith. I think Josh Smith is one of the better hitters, but they pinch hit Duran for him. And Duran had a decent at bat, but ultimately got out. But yeah.
Pretty good showing from the Rangers overall.
Yes. Affirmative. I guess after this Phillies series, we'll play Baltimore after them. Yeah, we'll play Baltimore again in Baltimore. Still won't have our home opener until next week, but that should be a pretty good series too. I think we should, be the bottom part of our pitching rotation to start that off. They won today 2-1, but I don't know much. I think that's completely winnable. I think the bottom part of our pitching rotation is still good, and I think that we can definitely bat well against their pitchers. So, I think, yeah, we should. We want to be a better team than the Orioles this season, definitely. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see the rest of the Phillies series. Baseball's back. Talk to me about something else.
The Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, at this point, it's just a footnote of our podcast now. They're just a team that we're just keeping up with.
Yeah.
But they had a pretty entertaining week, actually. They had 2 back-to-back overtime games again. And then also a pretty close game against the Nuggets. But the first game Saturday, they played the Clippers, and Dallas loses 138-131 in overtime. PJ Washington had 21 points, 6 rebounds. Cooper Flag had 18 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Got a double-double. Was also on triple-double watch. And Najee Marshall had 28 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. And the bench really showed out against the Clippers, with Marvin Bagley III having 17 points, 7 rebounds, and assist. Klay Thompson, 12 points, no rebounds, but 2 assists. And Ryan Nembhard with 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. That's a pretty good sign, having your bench play really good and having some of your starters scoring double points.
Yeah.
Not double double figures.
Yeah, I mean, we had some highest scoring games of the season this week.
Yeah.
And we started off hot in both of those games, I would say. So, like, we're being real aggressive offensively from the beginning.
Yeah, that's definitely something I would have liked to see earlier on, and it happened earlier on in the season when the Mavericks had Anthony Davis still. They played really well, but in the games where Davis got hurt, that's when you see the Mavericks spiral out of control. Same thing happened this game, even though with no Anthony Davis. But you can mainly see it in overtime, though. Once overtime happened, the Mavericks didn't play as good as they were playing the whole game.
Right.
And that definitely sucked because Mavericks could have definitely won this game. Overall, Mavericks had a pretty okay game. And then Monday, the Mavericks played the Golden State Warriors, and I was definitely trying to pay attention to this game because I want one of my Warriors predictions to be right, even though I had the Mavericks winning all their matchups. And I was almost right. Mavericks went into overtime with this one. Obviously lost 137-131. With 4 starters hitting double digits, with Cooper Flag scoring 32 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. Daniel Gafford, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Max Christie, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. And Najee Marshall, 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. And coming off the bench, Klay Thompson scored 15 points and had one. And had 1 rebound and 1 assist.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Clippers game, really good performance from the starters. Klay Thompson came up pretty good for the bench. The only thing that I would say really kept the Mavericks back were their turnovers. Obviously, who would have thought that the turnovers would keep the Mavericks back? But this game they had 21 turnovers.
Yeah, that's not good.
And they had 20 free throw attempts and only made 13, which is still kind of okay. But
Yeah.
I mean, they would have made those last 7 points. Mavericks could have won by 1 point. But also, if they would have took care of the ball, they would have been in the driver's seat majority of the game, I'd say. But a non-Maverick player, a Warrior player, I feel like we should maybe, talk about.
Yeah.
Moody suffered an ugly knee injury.
Yeah.
It looked like he got hit with a baseball in his knee and left a crater. That definitely sucks. I hope Moody's able to come back from that and play really well after. Yeah, that was a horrible knee injury. Yeah, and then the Mavericks last game of the week play on Wednesday at Denver Nuggets, and they lose 142 to 135.
Yep.
Again, a pretty close game, but at this point, I'm pretty sure they're close because these teams are kind of getting ready for the playoffs. But PJ Washington had 19 points, 15 rebounds, 1 assist. He finished with a double-double. Cooper Flagg had 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. And Najee Marshall, 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Yeah, I mean, really what stands out to me this game is really their three-point shooting. The last 2 games they did pretty decent from the 3 line. But this game they went 12 for 35. So not that good.
No, but yeah, no, not great.
They scored 27 points off their free throw attempts after having 34 attempts. So I mean, that's kind of okay, I guess. And what is really surprising to me is they went from 21 turnovers to only 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
And that's surprising.
No, it's a really good game. I mean, like you're saying that these games are close because teams are getting ready for playoffs, but in this game, their best players had to score 53 points and have a triple-double to beat us by, 7.
Yeah.
So.
In a game that almost, again, went to overtime.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's really the same. It's been the same story with the Mavericks this whole season.
Mm-hmm.
They just play really entertaining games. And still, maybe, I believe, the most clutch, or the team that played the most clutch games.
Yeah, that's true. That was a stat halfway through the season. I'm sure it has to be because we never really. I mean, we've being such a bad team. Have the 6th best lottery odds, or I believe.
You expect to be blown out. Right?
We didn't get blown out too often. We got very few, especially relatively speaking.
Yeah,
blowouts. So. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, well, that's where my head is at. It's probably this close, especially now because these teams are getting ready for playoffs. With that being said, there's only 9 games left in the season for the Mavericks. These next 4 coming up are Friday at Portland. I'm gonna say I think Portland wins this game, sadly. And then Monday, we're going to be home versus Minnesota. I think definitely Minnesota has this one. Minnesota's been the teams that were able to blow us up pretty bad.
Yep. And
then they play Tuesday at Milwaukee. And Milwaukee right now has been a pretty weird team. And by that, I'm pretty sure every Milwaukee game I've seen, they've been getting blown out. So if anything, the Milwaukee games should be pretty interesting to watch. But I got the Mavericks winning against Milwaukee. And then Friday, they're home versus Orlando. And I think Orlando probably takes this one.
Yeah. It's just hard to predict a win right now.
Yeah. I'm going to do it anyway. I was almost right against the Warriors.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to be almost right. But yeah, I'm pretty. That's all I got for the Mavs.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing too special. Kind of the same story. But really good, entertaining games. Hopefully, Moody gets better.
Yeah. It's like you said. There's only a handful of games left in the regular season. Just a little over 2 weeks. And it's like I said, I was right. We have the 6th best lottery odds right now. With the 9% chance at the number 1 overall pick, and a 37.5% chance at the top 4 pick. So, yeah.
Just imagine if they get the number 1 pick again.
Dallas Wing style.
Yeah, for 2 years in a row, both Dallas teams get the number 1 pick.
That'd be pretty crazy. And
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people would be mad.
I mean, I'll definitely be like,
a little suspicious, no? But yeah. So like you said, at least the games have been entertaining to watch. But yeah. I guess there's not really a but after that.
Maverick fans look forward to next season, sadly. When Kyrie is healthy, because Kyrie is the player to watch. That's all I got for the Mavericks.
Well, let's talk another team that lost all their games this last week. The Dallas Stars, who, like we said at the top of the podcast, clinched the playoffs despite not winning a single game this week because of some other teams losing. We've locked in a playoff spot at the very least. But had a bit of a rough go of it this week, if I didn't make that clear. We lost to Minnesota in overtime, I believe. Yeah, in overtime. So we got a point at least. We lost to Minnesota in overtime 2-1 after after us, a decent game. It was a good game, but a game we wanted to win. That one game was okay. We got a point. It was a really good team. The team that I said was going to be one of the teams that gave us the most trouble. Took it to overtime. Again, we wanted to win that one. We surely should have won the one, but ended up losing. We lose 2-3 to the Vegas Golden Knights. This one in regulation. And if I recall, it was not a pretty game. I don't remember enjoying this game. I think that one. Let me pull up the details.
Yeah, I think this game Dallas was playing catch up.
No, that's what it was. We were led after the first period 2-1, and then they scored one goal both in the second and third to win the game after their goal in the third. A lot of penalties in the second period led to especially their goal, which was on a power play, but also the momentum shift. We only had 15 shots on goal to their 33. And DeSmith played a decent game in goal despite that, but obviously 33 shots against. The fact he only let in 3 goals is pretty dang good. And we need to shoot. That's what it was. We had 15 shots on goal. Is horrendous, especially since we had 2 power plays. I believe. Let me make sure that's true. We had 3 power plays, and we had 15 shots on goal. That's ugly. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, especially since from the beginning of the season, we liked how many shots the Stars were taking. Mm-hmm. We liked how, from a variety of the shots were long and short range.
Yeah.
I don't think being outshot is good at this point of the season.
Yeah. And in that game, our offense was the big issue. Again, terrible amount of shots on goal. And then against New Jersey, wow, terrible defense. We regained a bit of momentum late in the second. But I mean, after the first, we were down 4-1, and then again we scored 2 goals in the second to make it a 4-3 game. But our defense was trash. Again, especially in that first and third period, but even in the second, it's not like we ever had the major momentum. And a part of that was Otter, who started the game. I mean, he had bad. He didn't play good. Sort of the opposite of what I said last week. Remember when I was like,
he's playoff ready.
Yeah, that was a really bad game. I don't know what it was because the game before was a DeSmith game, so I don't know what it was.
Playoff nerves.
But it was really, really, really not good. Obviously, he was pulled after the first period. DeSmith was put in there. He played a lot better, and the goal against him wasn't necessarily his fault. I think there was some poor defense in front of him again that led to that. But yeah, I mean, you don't want to see your goalie, your starting goalie, especially struggle like that this late in the season. And again, even though he played poorly and definitely could have saved some of those shots, I feel like we were also giving him like not super many chances, but like quality looks, quality shots on goal, dangerous shots. So failure on our part, and again, 1 for 4 on the power play. It's just okay. But I mean, yeah, I mean, 27 shots on goal. It's not bad. That one, yeah. That first period took a lot out of me. And then on Thursday, we played the New York Islanders and also lost, obviously. We lose 2-1, and the Islanders had control of the entire game. Especially again, the first period they had pretty much full control of the game. In the second period, we sort of gained some momentum back, but didn't make any scores. Their goalie played a great game. That's one thing I should say. Their goalie did play a great game. Made some great saves on some high on some dangerous shots. So, and he's been one of the better goalies this season. So, but again, that's an excuse. We're supposed to be better than all of them. We didn't score until very late in the third period when we pulled our goalie, and Thomas Harley had to make a slide tackle defensive play. It was pretty cool. It was a great play by Harley, and then great finish by Ben and Duchesne. But couldn't get a second pulled goalie goal, empty net goal where our net is empty, whatever. And even though we had, again, some nice shots, we controlled the situation well. They didn't score an empty net goal, but we ended up losing that game. And yeah, I mean, we gotta be a bit more, yeah,
Dominant.
Yeah, kind of. That is kind of the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
Yeah. Disappointing week, but they clinch a playoff spot.
We clinched a playoff spot. Wyatt Johnson became the 6th player since we moved to Dallas to have 40 goals. It's the first time in franchise history we had at least 2 players with 38 goals. There was another piece of fancy news that was exciting. Mikko Rantanen's supposed to be back soon. Hopefully on this road trip. And yeah. And we need to win a lot more games. We need to win some games. We need to win hopefully all the games this next week. Just like the Mavericks, there's not too many games left in the regular season. And we definitely need to get some points to stay in that spot the playoff spot we are in.
Yeah.
Even though some people view it as kind of a bad playoff spot. I mean, again, we have 7 more games of the regular season. We just didn't want the President's Cup. Okay, remember? It's a curse. You don't want that. That's why we made sure to lose all our games this week, and then we'll have a good last 2 weeks of the season. Move into the playoffs with some momentum. That's the plan. That's why we did what we did. Hopefully. But yeah. Sorry, I said 7. I meant 10 games left of the regular season. We're still on the road. We're gonna play Pittsburgh, Philly, and Boston. All these games are very winnable. And then we play Winnipeg at home. on Thursday, April 2nd. Also a very winnable game. So we have not easy games, but extremely winnable games. Hopefully that can sort of build. Again, they're all away though. It is a road trip. We need to win at least 2 of the 4 games this next week, I'd say, just to sort of rebuild that momentum and hopefully finish the season off really strong. You gotta want that momentum. And again, we should be having players come back. Rantanen is supposed to come back on this road trip. Hintz should return soon. Foxa returned relatively recently. So, we'll get those guys back in, get super vibing and motioning and Coolio style, and and we'll get it going. Yeah, a rough week, but we know at our core we're a quality team. Just don't want to lose, any more games in a row. Or especially that the Knights New Jersey combo was a rough one. At least the Islanders game wasn't terrible. But I really didn't like the Knights game. And then the New Jersey game, especially the way it started, just took a lot out of you. I'll tell you what. But this next week should be better. Yeah. We know we got good players. Special players, special teams, special wins, or whatever it is.
Important win.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we're the Dallas Stars. Okay. We're about to make a statement the last 2 weeks of the regular season.
Mm-hmm. Like the Olympic break.
Like the Olympic break, yeah. Yeah, anything else?
At least they clinched the playoff spot.
We clinched the playoff spot. Yeah. So that's the Stars. What else we got? Other news? Anybody else? The Dallas Wings got anything? The Cowboys. Oh, tell me about the Renegades.
The Renegades have their first game on Saturday, March 28th. Yeah, that's the right date for Saturday.
Yep.
The Renegades has stated, though, that they will not start Luis Perez for starting quarterback, but they will start Austin Reed.
Quarterback from Houston. Yeah. Against Houston.
Yeah, Austin Reed, the starting quarterback against Houston. Obviously, Luis Perez last season led the Renegades to a pretty good start.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on in the season, the Renegades kind of fell apart. But that was more of on the road. So hopefully this season, the Renegades will be good at home and on the road. And also, I guess Taco Charlton is on the Renegades too.
Yeah.
So Taco Charlton is back in Dallas.
First round NFL pick. Heck yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The players exist.
Yeah, hopefully this will be a pretty good game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this will start off their 4-game homestand. Or 5. I think they play 4 or 5 games in a row at home.
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna be time to see how good the Renegades will be playing at home and on the road. Also, Renegades got their new stadium, so they'll be playing.
Over there in FC Dallas, yeah. Toyota, right? I believe it's Toyota Stadium.
So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool to see. Yeah, go check out the Renegades. they're a cool Dallas team too. I think that was really it for the Renegades news.
Cool. Then other news. The WNBA released more details both about their CBA and the expansion draft. The CBA, they guaranteed drafted players higher salaries. They depending on their draft pick, like in the other major leagues. There's some parental rights given to players, like if they get pregnant during the season. That's pretty cool. There was one other thing that I wanted to say, but I forgot what it was. So, tell me about the expansion draft and how that's going to work.
Yeah, so the WNBA has their expansion draft, and that will start April 3rd for the new teams in Portland and Toronto. A coin toss will be held Friday. They need a whole day for the coin toss. With the winning franchise getting to choose out of the first pick in the expansion draft, or they can be pick number 6 in the college draft.
Right.
And the team that is next in the number 6 in the college draft on April 13th. Whichever team doesn't get the 6th pick in the college draft will pick 7th.
Okay. So why wouldn't you just take the first pick in the expansion draft? It's not like you're getting the first pick in the college draft. But okay.
Yeah, I was actually that's kind of.
I figured they'd pick
I would go ahead and take some talent in the WNBA.
Yeah. When do teams need to lock in their protected players, and how many protected players are they getting?
I will try to look for that right now.
Yeah, I don't know, or if you can.
I don't even know how many players each team can hold on to.
Yeah, I don't know why you would ever choose to pick one pick earlier in the college draft. Because, obviously, you might... The first 3 picks are usually, they're above, a cut above.
Yeah.
And then, the 4 to 8, they're all sort of level... They're still good players, obviously, but they're, more level talented.
Yeah, more of the development type players.
Position of need, the best at the position of need type players. Okay, sorry for interrupting you, though. What else you got for them?
It says the new teams will pick among players left unprotected by their current WNBA clubs, with no more than 1 player per existing team.
Okay.
Teams have until Sunday to protect 5 players.
Okay. Protecting 5 total players.
Yep.
Until this Sunday?
Yes. Have until Sunday to submit their 5 players.
Okay, cool. So we'll see who the Wings end up protecting. So how many teams are in the WNBA right now?
Honestly, I don't know. They just added these 2, so pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, is it 26 and now it's 28 with the 2 new teams? So it would be 13 players per.
Yeah.
So yeah, which is I'm pretty sure the league minimum, or 12 might be the league minimum for an active roster. Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll get to see who the Dallas Wings protect on Sunday. If not, maybe earlier than Sunday.
But they'll only be losing 1 player.
Yeah.
No matter what. Okay. Cool. I can tell you we're protecting Paige.
They better. They have to.
Yeah, no, they have. But honestly, I don't know who. Probably Enrique.
Yeah.
But I don't know who else beyond that.
The new center, Lee.
Yeah.
Lee Uria. Yeah, are we that bad about the Dallas Wings?
Well,
we don't know anybody else besides.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if anyone else is obviously untouchable.
Yeah.
You know, that's my
mean,
thing. Like, I think we had a lot of the sort of what we said. I feel like we had a lot of good role players, but nobody that was like, well, this guy needs to be on the team. Except for the people we named.
Yeah. Plus, I'm pretty sure the Wings aren't really that. I'm pretty sure the Wings are like, you can take whoever, we got the number 1 pick anyway.
Yeah, that. And also, we were the worst team in the league last year. So, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Is that all the details you got?
Yeah, that's all the details. The pretty interesting details I saw.
Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like what you said, I would rather just pick for the expansion draft.
I think so. I mean, I think again, every team's best players are not gonna be there. But I don't know.
I mean, each team also is gonna have good role players too. So if anything, the new teams will have good role players and potentially be their starters.
Yeah.
Also, those role players potentially get a starting.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You're play getting that good to get the new max.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe because I don't know anything, especially about the women's like draft class this year.
Yeah.
But like, you're guaranteeing the best, your favorite best sixth man on any of the existing WNBA teams, versus, I guess the seventh best player in the 6th or 7th.
For what?
For the college draft.
Oh, college draft. 6th and 7th.
Okay, 6th. Then like you don't know if they're gonna pan out. I don't know. I guess maybe I put a little bit more thought.
I mean, it's pretty generous for them to be that high up in the draft too.
Yeah.
But I guess that kind of makes sense. They're 2 brand new teams. Mm-hmm. You're gonna need some rookies.
Just not the lottery picks.
Yeah,
is all that it is. I don't know. It's like, do you want the best? Basically, you want the 6th man of the year, or do you want the 6th best college player? Guaranteed.
Yeah,
but like,
I mean, either way, they're also taking a gamble.
I guess it's either way you're taking a gamble. It's true.
Just be pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna do the coin toss live on Friday.
Yeah. Just like a 20-second stream.
Toronto.
Yeah. Toronto's like, we defer.
Yeah. Toronto's like, actually, we'll receive this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Toronto will be the team that gets to either choose.
You heard it here first. Prop bets.
Yeah.
Put all your life savings on it. As it is predicted it.
Toronto.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. Like it needs anything. All right,
so watch to see who will become a Canadian.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna check out the expansion draft.
Yeah, that would be something I'm gonna pay attention to.
Is there any other news? We made a signing. Cowboys signed, right? We signed a cornerback, didn't we?
Oh yeah, Seattle, from Seattle.
Yes. We signed cornerback, say his name, Isaiah. From Seattle. This
Darian Kendrick
on
a 1-year deal.
Yeah. He wasn't their obviously wasn't their number 1 receiver in Ezraku.
Cornerback,
I think is the name. But it's still a very talented cornerback, so good addition. Again, we're still continuing to address our positions in need. In free agency, and because of that, Shadi made the statement that he feels we are in the position to draft the best available player, which May I don't know. We gotta take the best linebacker at 12. I don't know. Again, if it's a first round talent, if there's still first round talent linebacker, we need to take him, and then we can take best available at 20th if you want. But we need a linebacker more than anything.
Yeah.
Because we sort of addressed our pass rush. We've definitely addressed our cornerbacks situation.
A little bit of the safeties too.
Yeah. Well, we need a linebacker. I need a linebacker that I can be confident. Because our linebackers have been so bad since freaking LVE. Oh, they've been so just awful. So, yeah. But good signing. Definitely good signing.
Pretty good. I see people mad at it, saying that they should have got the other cornerback.
This guy is a lot cheaper, still talented. So you gotta be realistic too. This isn't like turn salary cap off in Madden and force acceptance of trades. And you just get all the highest overall position players. So you gotta be realistic with it, and I think it's a good signing. I still think it helps our cornerback room a lot. So
yeah, definitely. Especially when Duran's playing, the knees fall apart. Gets his ankles broken again. That was embarrassing.
Is there any other news?
Not what I can think of. I think we touched on at least one thing on every team today.
I think so. That's gonna be the episode then. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed and or learned something. If you made it this far, comment.
Rangers are back.
And like, share, and subscribe. Be back here every Friday at 10. And follow our socials for some more content. Link in the description. Catch you later. Goodbye.
Go Dallas.
Go Dallas.